Yo guys, Octavian here, back at you with another episode of Let's Build a Vanilla Minecraft server. Today what I have for you is a way to track how long you've been online and a rank system. So you can see here, it says upgrade to newbie for 200,000 coins and 20 hours online. Now you might be wondering, how do you find out how long you've been online? Well, that's real simple. If you come on over here to the amount of time spent online, just step on this. Takes you in this tube, and Father Time then whispers to you, you've been online for more than 55 hours. So that's awesome. So I can just step on in this. You can see that my name is white currently, and I have 3 million coins. My name instantly turns into a pink, magenta, purple, whatever color you want to call that. And it says I have 2,800,000 coins. Now I can then upgrade to amateur for 400,000 and 40 hours online. So it says that I've done that. And then I can upgrade to pro for 600,000 and 60 hours on. But it says come back when you have the criteria to upgrade to pro. So I don't currently have the certain criteria to make it a pro. I do have 600,000 coins, I just don't have 60 hours online. So what I can do is do scoreboard players set Ep.2 online. Let's just set it to 360,000. So then I can step on in here. It'll upgrade me to pro. I can then go to elite after that, and to god. And then I can't do anything else anymore. Since I set my time to 360,000, I can step in here and it will show you that I've been online for more than 100 hours. So let's get started on how this actually works. Okay guys, and now for actually how this works. So you can see that back here I have these tubes, I have that clock right there, and all these command blocks. How all this works is that if I was to do scoreboard players list at P, you can see that it shows online. That number right next to online is how long I've been online for, and it says epic 1 and all the other ones are 0. The epic, god, pro, elite, and amateur, those all separate me using this black tube right here. So if I am not teleported by these, I am teleported by this, and this is just the default one. If you don't have any team, or if you're not a rank yet, it teleports you over here into the newbie tube. The newbie tube. That's awesome. Okay, well anyways, it teleports you into the newbie tube. Then this command block back here checks for if you have 200,000 coins and if your online score is equal to 2 hours, it will teleport you down into this tube. Now if you don't, it will say you don't have the criteria, and it will teleport you back there. So that's the anti cheat detection, I guess. So if you do have that criteria, it teleports you down here. What it does is it sets your amateur score to 1, and then it will remove 200,000 coins from you, and it will make you leave your current team if you were on one, and it will add you to the newbie team. And then down here it's just a shout out to everyone saying you've upgraded to the newbie rank, and then it teleports you back to the very front. Now that's how that works. Then if I was to go inside the tube again, you can see that down here it tests for if you have the amateur rank of a minimum score of 1. So since you were then a newbie, it gave you an amateur rank of 1, meaning that this command block will teleport you, and then it teleports you to the amateur tube, which then detects and whatnot with 40 hours and 400,000 coins. These prices and these hours are completely changeable to whatever you want it to be. And when it does that, it removes you from the amateur. It sets your amateur to 0, and then it adds you to pro, and it sets your pro score to 1. It makes you leave your current team, subtract 400,000 coins, and adds you to the amateur team, which changes your name and shout out and whatnot. The only thing that's different between this and the previous one is the previous one didn't remove any other objective from you. So yeah, pretty much the same thing for all these tubes except change prices criteria. If I was to come over here, you can see I have this big long line of command blocks and more command blocks and repeaters and yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. And then I have this clock up here. Let's get started with this clock. So this is a 1 second clock equivalent to 10 ticks. This command block, it adds 1 to your online score. So that's how it tracks how long you've been online for. Once you teleport using that, it brings you into this tube. As soon as you go inside this tube, all of these command blocks, these are test 4 command blocks, starting with one on the far right to a minimum of the lowest one, and then your far left is going to be your highest one that you want to test for. Mine goes from 18,000 to 360,000. And then once it does that, using these comparators, it causes a piston go upwards, then it takes the redstone signal and stretches it all the way across here. Now what this does is, if I was to have 360,000, what it does is that it would make this piston go up, activating these command blocks. As soon as the current comes here, it tells me that I've been online for more than 100 hours and it will teleport me away. Now what this does is that it only tells you that you've been online for this long if I'm inside the tube, and these are the coordinates to the tube, and I have these all set to 1 tick apart from each other. So that's how it works. Trying to find out a better way to describe this. So as soon as it teleports, it can no longer tell anyone or teleport anyone away from the tube because no one will be in the tube. So that's how it works. And then if I was to have 180,000 points for my online score, I believe that's 50 hours. Yeah, the same thing. All of these will be down. Actually, let me just do that real quick. So if I do scoreboard players, set nearest player online to 180,000, you can see that as soon as I step in here, it's going to take a while, but then it says I've been online for more than 50 hours. If you guys saw that, you could see the last of these repeaters being turned off. All of these are set 1 tick after each other, but you can see that down here, this is the command block. Well, this is the segment that tests for 180,000, which is 50 hours. So it does that. None of these can be activated, so then it gives you an accurate number of how long, well, a rounded number of how long you've been online for. That's pretty much it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any input for anything else you wanted to see inside this vanilla Minecraft server, any ideas are really much appreciated. And last but not least, tomorrow or some other day, I'm not going to promise anything, I will begin actually building the server and the spawn and whatnot, so make sure you guys stay in for that. See you later, guys.